those areas where the fire burned, but it didn't toast everything. There's recovery's going on, and it is going on. The areas that were just scorched, just like an oven, it's going to be a long time.
On June 17, 1977, a teenager's campfire started one of the worst wildfires in Flagstaff history. The radio fire burned approximately 5,000 acres and scorched the peak of Mount Eldon. There have been a number of fires since Flagstaff was established in 1876, including the town burning down in 1884. With lack of readily accessible water, dry winters, and high temperatures, Flagstaff was always a tinderbox ready to ignite.
I had also done a little bit of hiking around on the backside of Mount Eldon, where there was a pretty spectacular mixed conifer, Douglas fir, white fir, some ponderosa pine forest up in there. And that was completely gone. It was just a barren landscape. And it's pretty dramatic, and that was probably the first real significant wildfire and the damage thereafter that I'd ever seen.
Because of the fire's location, the flames quickly spread up the sides of the mountain. The fire burned so hot it killed a large majority of bacteria and spores in the soil, making regrowth nearly impossible. Any attempt to restore the soil ends up with the nutrients being washed down the side of the mountain during winter and monsoon season.
I watched the radio fire here start. I was flying that day, and we thought that was a big fire. And then we started having the fires out, the Hochterfer fires, these fires out around the peaks. Each one was a pumpkin fire in Kendrick Mountain. Each one was getting successively bigger than the preceding one.
In 2019, the museum fire burned up the backside of Eldon, spreading 1,961 acres before being contained. While the exact path of the radio fire is unknown, you can see the burn line on the peak of Mount Eldon where plants struggled to grow. This is an approximate size of the radio fire reconstructed from photos, videos, and archival data. According to experts, it'll take 200 to 300 years for the mountain to return to its former glory. But there is hope. Grass and small shrubs are growing in the dead areas, trapping nutrients into the soil and encouraging new growth. With this new growth, insects and animals are moving into the area, creating an ecosystem that's able to sustain itself without outside intervention. Mount Eldon is a staple of Flagstaff. Whether you're passing through or staying for a visit, Mount Eldon will always be one of the most prominent features of our little town.